Chapter 1: The Making of a Revolutionary Mind. The rolling hills of Albemarle County, Virginia stretched endlessly beyond the windows of Shadwell plantation, as young Thomas Jefferson bent over his books in the spring of 1757, his 14-year-old mind already grappling with ideas that would one day reshape the world. Born on April 13, 1743, into the Virginia planter aristocracy, Jefferson entered a society built on contradictions that would haunt him throughout his life. A world that celebrated liberty while depending on slavery, that proclaimed equality while maintaining rigid social hierarchies, that embraced Enlightenment ideals while preserving traditional privileges. The death of his father, Peter Jefferson, that year left young Thomas with vast landholdings, substantial wealth, and the independence of thought that would enable him to challenge the very foundations of the colonial order into which he had been born. The educational foundation that shaped Jefferson's revolutionary thinking began in the classical tradition of Virginia gentlemen, but expanded far beyond conventional boundaries through his voracious reading and intellectual curiosity. His early tutor, Reverend William Douglas, introduced him to Latin, Greek, and French, while his later studies with Reverend James Morey exposed him to mathematics, natural philosophy, and the broader intellectual currents of the Enlightenment that were transforming European thought. The emphasis on classical learning that characterized colonial education provided Jefferson with models of republican virtue and civic responsibility drawn from ancient Greece and Rome, while his exposure to contemporary European philosophy introduced him to radical ideas about natural rights, popular sovereignty, and the social contract that would later inform his political theory. The College of William and Mary, where Jefferson enrolled in 1760, represented the pinnacle of colonial education and exposed him to some of the most advanced thinking available in British America. His professor of natural philosophy, William Small, introduced him to the experimental method and scientific reasoning that would influence his approach to both natural phenomena and political problems throughout his life. The systematic study of mathematics, natural philosophy, and moral philosophy that comprised his curriculum provided intellectual tools for analyzing complex problems, while the social environment of Williamsburg exposed him to the world of colonial politics and the practical challenges of governance in a rapidly changing society. The legal education that Jefferson pursued under George Wythe, one of Virginia's most distinguished jurists, provided both practical.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?